45.
Right.
14 left over.
Leftover from 5 over 19 is, I like that, I'm gonna use it. 14 over 19. Now, what's the probability of no hurricane for 2 years?
Also 14 over 19.
14 over 19 times 14 over 19. Now, what's the probability of none for 10 years? Equals what? 14 over 19 to what power? 10 power. Now, we established by talking about Stephanie going to London that the probability of at least once equals 1 minus the probability of none, agreed? So now I can ask you the question, what is the probability of at least one major hurricane in next 10 years equals 1 minus the probability of none equals 1 minus what? What did you tell me the probability of none was? 1 minus 14 over 19 to the 10th power. So you guys can make that calculation. 1 minus 14 over 19 to the 10th power is the probability of at least 1 in the next 10 years. Okay, so Kaylee, this is your problem. What's your percentage? What do you get?
Oh, Casey.
Casey, sorry.
0.95.
Yeah, 95%.
Oh, sorry.
Right, okay, 95%. So you've answered your friend's question, agreed? So you pick up the phone and you call back your soon-to-be ex-friend and you say there's a 95% chance there's going to be at least one major hurricane in the next 10 years. You hear the customer hearing what you said, getting up, crossing the room, slamming the door. You hear your friend slamming down the phone, and you're so glad you took Math 103. Now this is a fairly complicated calculation. So can you turn your handout pages to page 650, please? Okay. Now, on this page, example 3 is what we just did. We went through it. So you can go through it again at your own leisure if you care to. We just did this. It's a fairly complicated calculation and you're able to do it now. So you've come a long way, just a few days with probability. So now I'm going to go back to this card without replacement. I said that the probability of one event following another was the probability of A times the probability of B. So the probability of 2 aces with replacement was equal to probability of A, 4 over 52, times the probability of B, 4 over 52. But the probability of 2 aces without replacement was equal to 4 over 52 times 3 over 51. Now, the reason that these two are not the same is that in the second situation, the fact that A happened changes the world for B, doesn't it? It changes the world for B. When we put that ace back, then B has the same world as if it was a fresh deck. But when you don't put that ace back, then B sees the world that it inherits from A, agreed? So this does not apply unless there is no changing of the world by the fact that A happens. But when the world is changed by the fact that A happens, this is A and B, the probability of A and B is the probability of A times, not the probability of B, but the probability of B given that A happened. So the way you read this vertical line looks like a vertical line. It's not the words, it's the word given. That. The probability of A times the probability of B given that A happened. So this is the more general rule for two different events where the success of the first event changes the world that the second event sees. The probability of A and B both happening is the probability of A separately, then times the probability of B happening in the world that was created and left to it by the success of A. Agreed? So this is the more general rule. Now, when you have this word given, it has the effect of reducing this denominator. It has the effect of reducing this denominator when you have this word given. Now, the first thing I want to test you on is the following. Is the probability of B, given that A happened, equal to the probability of A, given that B happened? Reversible. Is the probability of B, given that A happened, equal to the probability of A, given that B happened? Yes. How many vote yes? How many vote no? Okay, let me give you an example, see if it swings you one way or the other. Okay? Given, I'm going to give you some additional information now. Given that that clock says midnight, what's the probability that it's dark outside? High or low? High. Good? Okay. Now let's turn it around. Given that it's dark outside, what's the probability that that clock says midnight? High or low? Low. So you see, these are not reversible. So to say they're reversible is called confusion of the inverse. Okay, so now, how far did we get? We got pretty far along. We finished all of section 11.7 except for odds. That's 11.6 except for odds. And we finished some amount of section 11.7. So let's see how much homework you can do between now and Saturday. So, so in section 11.6, page 644, you can do anything that doesn't have to do with odds. Which means all the assigned questions. I didn't assign any questions on odds. So you can do all of section 11.6 and you can do those corresponding probability handout pages as well. Now in 11.7, you can go through number 47. So in 11.7 you can go through number 47 for Saturday. And then we'll finish up the rest Saturday night. So, we are making great progress through the topic of probability, and next week, we'll be able to return to statistics. This one will be finished. So the class is on Saturday?
We said we're gonna go over the probability handout on Saturday.
The second one, yes.
Yeah, we're gonna go over the part that's on, that accompanies chapter 11.6. And it's on your sheet there, you've got it.
So the second portion don't do?
Okay.
No, that can be postponed. Yes.
So are you taking up the homework Saturday?
Saturday and Monday, I'm not strict on when you hand in homework.
Okay. Does it matter if our notes are kind of attached, or just kind of put them?
No, just let me know so I make a greater effort to get them back to you promptly, in case you need those notes. Yeah, right. Although, maybe you don't need them. No, it doesn't matter if your notes are in there. I prefer they're not. It's easier to grade, because I'm easily confused. But if they're in there, I can tolerate it. I didn't need that look. Okay, so we're about done for tonight. We got 2 people that are going to resume testing. And our resume testing room is in the computer lab, so you can take your belongings and we'll transfer it to that place. Might as well grab a few extra blank sheets there, Stephanie, in case you need them.
I had some,
Okay.
within the ones that you
Good,
stapled.
good to go. Usually takes a week to grade a test, so you feel safe to come to class and extra classes. So, Freddie, we'll see you in the lab there.
I do not feel safe, I want to know. I'm gonna go home and look all my answers. There was one and I felt like it was.
So he's grading our homework, or he just wants to see if we did it?
I think he just wants to see what we did.
Oh.
It's just complete, she doesn't,
My stuff
yeah,
is
he doesn't.
not all neat or anything.
Mine is ugly as shit.
If mine's attached to my notes, I'm just gonna hand him my notebook.
Right, that's what I was thinking.
Well, no,
Just
mine's
rip it.
easily distinguishable because I take my notes in pen and make my corrections in pen.
See, that's
And my
what-
homework's in pencil, so I can erase it a
Yeah.
lot.
It was so funny because like it was the first few assignments I was separating. And I was like, why am I wasting this paper? And I was like, I'm just confusing myself. So I started doing it together. And then today he's like, oh, and I just started doing it like the last 2. And I was like, oh well.
Well, don't
That's
feel
probably why I
bad.
was separating it. I was like, subconsciously I knew that this was gonna happen.
I'm so
Man,
irritated
I'm-
with myself right now.
I'm so mad at 15, the very last 15.
How did you do it?
I didn't. I did like a chart.
It's a chart that I completely like blanked out on.
Yeah.
Like I was like,
Yeah, I didn't do the percentages. I was like, okay, male, female, death, survive.
that's what I.
And then percentages, right?
I didn't do percentages.
I didn't do percentages.
I just-
I didn't do percentages either.
Percentages in
Oh, well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know that
that-
now.
Yeah, that was the.
Thank you.
Okay, good night.
So the way I take notes and do my homework, can I just give you my notebook?
Let me take a look, see if it's going to take me a lot of time to decipher, because I'm on short time like you are.
Because my notes are in pen and my homework's in pencil. Except for that one page,
Except for that one
this
page.
one, right here.
So A1 is labeled, and all I do is skip all of the pen pages, so this is still homework, that's okay. And that's good homework too. And what's this, notes again?
Nope, yep,
Notes in pencil,
that's homework. That's what?
they look the same to me.
Oh, well,
Okay,
it's
I'll
also-
work with it. But for this next, block of material, can you get 2 notebooks? You know, you want this continuity for yourself? There's no
Yeah,
final,
probably,
so you're
yeah.
not gonna look back at it again.
I actually do, I keep all my college stuff, you'd be
Okay.
very surprised.
All right, I'll work with you on this, that's fine, so I will handle it.
Yes, and the next homework, I will make sure it is not on the back of my notes page so that I can just turn it in.
Oh, you will, no, get it changed, okay.
Yes, I will get it changed, but I just meant for this first
Oh,
one.
no, I didn't mean for the first one, I just meant looking ahead.
Yeah, well, no, I meant the first block when you're looking at the homework, I'm
Got
just
it.
gonna give you
Got
my
it,
book and then.
got it. natural way to do it, actually. Many advantages.
Did you work with SIGINT people?
With
SIGINT,
SIGIT?
SIGINT, Signals Intelligence, when you were in the military?
Probably not, since I don't recognize it, no. I did business. Hello, sir.
Hi,
Hi, Chief.
Fine, yourself?
I'm fine, thank you.
Terrific.
I do have 2 classes tomorrow, but I'll be here instead of in the other one.
It's up to you. Remember, we got the video from here, though. We'll make a video tomorrow.
What's the plan for tomorrow? Oh, the plan is the databases.
Yeah, we're gonna keep working on databases, and then we're gonna do chapter 13, which is on programming,
Right.
which is a very difficult chapter. So, it's wise that you plan to attend. It's a complicated chapter.
Right.
See you then. Okay, so no, I just did business, applications, programming, coding, accounting, keeping track of jet planes and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was just curious.
No, did not do signal intelligence.
Oh, I didn't think you did, from what you said, I just asked if you worked with those guys.
No. I
And
did
the
not.
reason why I asked is because that's what I used to do.
Hmm.
And so, if you have met some of them are a little bonkers.
Yeah, well, people that work in high IQ niche fields sometimes don't balance out.
No, they don't know how to relate to people.
No, they're niched. That's
Very
just the way
much
they're
so,
wired. That's the way
and-
they're wired.
There's nothing wrong with it, it's just, especially if they came from an area where they weren't around a whole bunch of very intelligent people, they,
Or articulate people also. Articulation is the problem. That's also true, but anyone that's been in a one-dimensional existence is one-dimensional. It's true, and same as UFC fighters. They snarl, they're hostile, and that's why they succeed, because that's how they're wired, one-dimensional. Yeah, that's right. So, that exists. That exists very strongly.
long story short, I am from West Virginia, I'm from a small town in West Virginia.
You, West Virginia?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, joking aside, the intelligence level in my area is not very high.
All right, I hear you.
Yeah, except for like the kids of some of the higher plant workers for DuPont and GE, and now they're both
All
closed
right,
now, but.
all right.
So, yeah, there's a reason I'm so awkward.
You're not awkward. Did you say awkward? I don't find you
I had
awkward in
to
the
learn.
slightest.
I have to.
You had to learn. Well, at one point or another, anybody that knows something also had to learn. So whether you do it early or not, in the long run, probably doesn't much matter.
I know, it's kind of funny. My husband's the same way. He's a little better at it than I am, but, he's crazy smart.
Ooh, all right,
He can do calculus in his head.
all right.
Yeah, when I say my husband is very smart, I mean, he, was doing college.
Well,
Like
before you
fourth
said
grade.
that, I knew he's smart because he married you.
That's what my parents say.
That's because they are in competition with him for you. That's natural.
Or we have a very much let's all make fun of each other relationship. It's
Oh, no,
great
no,
fun.
no, that's not fun.
Yes, it is.
As long as it stays on the surface and nobody bleeds. But don't go deep. Don't go deep on
No,
those.
no,
No.
we love each other. It's
Yes, keep it light.
Oh, it doesn't always stay light, but it's
No.
it's all in good fun. So
Ouch.
it's
Ouch, there are limits. Be careful.
oh yes, yes. Everybody knows everybody's limits.
All right, all
Except
right.
for that one time my
Oh,
mom made me
except for
really
those,
mad,
there you are, there you are.
and I
Yeah,
talked to
that's
them
right.
about it after I calmed down and was like, don't talk about that one.
Okay.
That one's not funny. And they went, okay, we won't again. And
Okay.
Never
Yeah,
happened
don't
again.
go there.
yes.
Mhm.
But my husband's IQ is in the 90s.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Gifted, talented program, all that as a kid, he makes me look like an idiot.
Well, we are who we are, you know, you play the hand you're dealt. That's all you do, that's all he does, that's all anybody does.
And
I mean, he's in the IQ 190s, but he's gonna feel like an idiot if you put him in a room full of 240s. And the 240 is gonna feel like an idiot if you put them in a room with 320. So everybody faces the same problem at a
Oh,
different
to-
point.
at different levels, yeah.
And everybody has to learn how to deal with the fact that there are people smarter than them,
Yes.
no matter who you are.
Yes, there are many people smarter than me.
And if somebody doesn't deal with that problem, then they're going to have a rude difficulty when they encounter that situation.
Mostly, in my experience, people just get angry.
Yeah, right, the first time, but, then they say, like you said, that's not the way to go, and they find some readjustment, you know, and they have a different view of themselves, and the importance of IQ anyway, things change.
The IQ is really just how much you are capable of learning without dedicating yourself.
That's exactly what it is,
Yes,
exactly what it is, or doing without dedicating yourself.
yes,
And you get passed by hard workers,
yes.
so, you see?
I am well aware of this. Because somebody was really bored in school, and got lazy, started back to school.
And zip, suddenly they're in the slow lane.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
And
Yep.
between that and a couple of really bad teachers
Mhm.
and
It's a package deal.
yeah, it is, and that's so great at school. So now I study.
Hi.
Jokes aside, thanks for listening. I'm
Oh, no, anything.
not sure I quite understand everything, but we'll do the reading and
Yeah, that's
readjust
what it's
and
for.
see you on
Read the what?
Saturday.
Yeah, chapter.
Knowing my husband, that's always entertaining. Especially now that he's been watching Game of Thrones without me, that horrible man. Because I don't have time, because I have too much reading to do.
Go cry on his shoulder.
He will have no sympathy, you know what his response is gonna be? Oh, and I'd be more likely to, like, I have stuffed animals everywhere. I'd be more likely to pick up one phone